what's up everybody? This is your girl, msafiyathediva, and I'm here once again doing another review of Married to Medicine, Season 5, Episode 2, Hot Off the Press. And my goodness, the press releases just keep on coming about Dr. Jackie's wayward husband, and I hope soon to be ex-husband, Curtis, with his milk dug, burnt up Mr. Peanut looking ass. Really, Curtis? Really? So the hoe on the side, decided she wants to tell her version of the story about how her and Curtis been hooking up for months and how their initial meeting involved sex and how he only would allow them to check in the hotel room so long as she put them in her name. And, oh, get this, ladies, she claims that she didn't know he was married. Red flag, where was your antennas when you should have been paying attention to reality? Anytime a man tells you that he needs for you to put the hotel in your name, that one the red flag. I'm with Quad, or what was it, Toya, whomever said it during this episode. But I'm jumping ahead. But that's what Hot Off the Press really is all about. That's what Hot Off the Press really was all about. And Dr. Jackie, you are being stronger than most. God bless you, Sorrel. When we open up this episode, Dr. Jackie is doing one of my favorite workouts, and that's boxing. Although sometimes, I know she's probably been doing it for a minute, but sometimes, is it just me, or does her form seem off? Like, it looks like she's, and I'm like, that, something look wrong. Like, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I box, so, I worked out at one of them professional gyms. But, Lord, guess who she done invited to come join her for a workout? Her homegirl, Dr. Heavenly. Somebody said something, it probably was Dr. Heavenly, because she is the queen of inappropriateness. So, Dr. Heavenly don't know what she doing. She's afraid she might injure herself. She's like, how am I supposed to make my living? And then she was like, she told me, oh, but then my mouth still works good. I'm like, girl, what does that mean? Like, you gonna get on the whole stroll? Like, what the fuck does that mean? Dr. Heavenly said that Dr. Jackie needs to eat. And I'm just like, well, you know, Dr. Jackie Heavenly is just one of those that just offers her opinion without anyone asking her for it. Because Dr. Jackie was saying she appreciates the love from her friends, but she really would appreciate even further that when their opinions are asked, that they would then answer, but not provide an answer when no question has been asked, essentially. So Quad is still making clothes for dogs, and now she's talking about doing a cookbook. Only thing with her and the clothes, I really don't believe in putting clothes on dogs. But like if you have a little short-haired dog, I would strongly suggest in the wintertime you get them like a sweater and some boots. And just like with my dog, she's a Shih Tzu, so she has a raincoat, and I need to get her some booties because her little paws, I mean, and she hates the blow dryer. But anyway, either way, Quad is in the dressing her dogs, but now apparently Quad is the queen of dish. And when I say dish, and that is making fabulous, tasty dishes. Again, as I told you guys, I haven't watched this consistently since first season, but I wasn't aware that Quad was a great cook, and that was confirmed on this episode of her cooking techniques. But she is thinking about putting a team together and pushing out a cookbook. I don't know if the cookbook is out yet. I do like Quad's attitude and ambitions, because she's like, we're not just going to go on a tour in America. We're going to go on the world tour. And I'm like, girl, don't nobody know you like that. Okay. You lucky that the East Coast and West Coast probably would be good places to start, and down in the South, the southern states. I don't know about the Midwest. But either way, girl, I appreciate your confidence and ambition. So go Quad with the cookbook. Toya and her husband's conversation about their sex life and the lack thereof. I like how Quad, I caught it from, what did Quad say talking about? That's not the only thing that's going on the 1st and the 15th. I was like, oh my God. Twice a month is how many times Toya says her and her husband relate to one another as a couple. And she said that by her husband not having sex with her, it makes her feel unwanted and not sensual or a woman. I guess. But her husband had me cracking up. He was like, what you don't know is that I masturbate before I have sex with you, and I'm doing that for you. And I was like, Did you not watch Cat Williams? I can't remember which stand-up it was when he was talking about men. You need to go ahead and pop one off because that way you won't come quick. Because he was like, I do it to pleasure you longer. And then also this whole, she's so like anxious, which I think a lot of the couples on this show now are on edge because of Curtis and Jackie. But you know, because they're not having sex, she wonders if he's getting it from somewhere else. And he's like, essentially, I'm working so we can get out of debt. And I thank y'all for being a model for me, because I said, you know what? I think I can sacrifice 2 years and not travel. Although I am thinking about going to Thailand for Thanksgiving next year. But I think I can sacrifice 2 years of not traveling and get out of debt completely. I may still have like some dribblings of student loan debt left, but I really am determined to get out of debt. So I was like, if my health will let me, because I do suffer with high blood pressure, and it can be, sometimes, you know, if I do too much, it will go up, and I know when it's going up because I get dizzy, and that's when it's really high. So I have to be careful. But I think I'm going to sacrifice to like Toya and her husband. What is her husband's name? Why can't I think of her husband's name? But either way, like he said, it's a process. You didn't get into debt overnight, and you can't get out of it overnight unless you got a rich uncle or some person who's willing to sponsor you. By the way, I'm looking for sponsors. If anyone wants to pay off all of my student loan debt, God bless you. $230,000 check payable to me. You can inbox me for my legal name. That'll be awesome. Lord, Dr. Heavenly is somebody's momager. That little girl that they got, somebody needs to snatch her up. She is out of control. Her mouth. But you know what? I see it now that I'm watching the show. Dr. Heavenly probably will never put that little girl in check. You know why? Because when her daughter, Elena or Laura, whatever her name is, talks to her, she sees herself. Because Dr. Heavenly's mouth is always, she bump her gums and just say any and everything. So I see now why she probably ain't checked the little girl. That's probably why, people. Also, I thought what was cute. But either way, you can tell that Dr. Heavenly desperately needs to be on medication. Please don't think that the formula that made Michael Jackson and his family, that Joe was beating their ass, cute. That's just not funny. I mean, look at how messed up Michael was in the end. Everyone still wants to retain, because I saw a saying that said creative artists, the creativity that we possess as a child that survived. Like, I do things like, a lot of people get irritated with me sometimes because I'm not a very serious person. Even though, yes, I possess a law degree. Yes, I am very astute in what it is I need to do to get there. But when I'm not about business, I just want to be silly. I do. I just, that's why I do stuff like this and I watch reality TV. I don't have time to be serious. But I get that what Michael Jackson did, but at the same time, I think the damage was done by Joe and Catherine too, because Catherine was just, I don't know, she was there, but not really. I mean, they love their mom, but at the same time, I guess she was afraid of Joe too. I don't know. Either way, it could have been better, but Dr. Heavenly is disturbed. Get her some meds, Married to Medicine. Get her some meds. Toya's husband had me dying because they decided that for her birthday, because Toya, look, I want a party. You don't have time for a big ass party. You trying to get out of debt, so they're going to have a cooking competition. And oh, by the way, who knew that Married to Medicine came on Friday? Because like the first episode aired on Sunday, and then this episode that the majority of us were watching on Sunday had already aired on Friday. Did y'all know that? I didn't know it. So there's trouble brewing in the Whitmore household. Cecil and Dr. Simone. That's why I thought, because see, like I said, it's kind of, you know, because I haven't been fully vested in the show. This is the first season I'm actually reviewing it. But I was just like, why do you have to have two houses? But I know why, because one is closer to the hospital, one's closer to the practice. I get that. But at the same time, it's still a little odd. With the Whitmores, my advice is someone who has watched relationships, and that I think y'all, it sounds to me like y'all have reached a point where it's time for you all to unplug, stop chasing the paper. And maybe this opportunity with Cecil facing the possibility of downsizing in his industry, in the IT industry, maybe this is time for him to maybe start his own business And also during that downtime, maybe him and Dr. Simone should take some time off and be together as a couple. They're about to be empty nesters from what I understand. So maybe it's time for you guys to take some time out for yourselves and maybe take 2 weeks away and then start having date nights at least once or twice a week. I don't know. I've never been married, but I have been in relationships. So those things help. Okay. I'm praying for you guys because I want you to win. I think you guys are absolutely cute together. I'm glad that Dr. Jackie's nurse was the one to take her off to the side and tell her before the phone started ringing, because Jackie had no clue that news story was in the blogs and trending about Curtis and the side chick wants to speak. Shut the fuck up. That's all I gotta say. I don't know why you women go out of your way to get with these married men and then feign stupidity when you know good and hell well you knew he was married. It's not like Mr. Peanut is not someone that's known. I'm sure you've seen him on TV or in some of these blogs. Okay. I think the only reason that she wanted to speak and defend herself is so that she wouldn't get dragged on the streets of Atlanta, because a lot of people love Dr. Jackie. But I like how Dr. Jackie handles. She was like, you know what? One monkey don't stop no show. I've survived breast cancer twice. And in my mind, that's when I said to myself, that's how we know Curtis doesn't give two fucks about his marriage or his wife. Because everybody knows that a lot of the breast cancers that are out there, aside from the genetic ones, are often derived from stress. And why would you want someone that you love to have to suffer through that? She survived it twice. Do you want for her to go through it a third time? I think it's best to pull the plug on Curtis. Toya and her husband, they had me laughing because, you know, this cooking competition. And I remember before they actually formalized the birthday plans, he was in there prepping like a fish. He was descaling it. And she goes, I never do that. He was like, I know. And he was like, that's because I'm a chef and you're just a cook. I was like, ouch! Let's see how this competition goes. So the day of competition, it's really nice. It's a full service, industrial, commercial kitchen that they're going to be prepping. And they end up being split into teams of 2. Now, of course, everyone is still talking about Jackie. Jackie does come and everybody's clapping. And Jackie's like, why the hell is everybody clapping? Okay, let me stop. Okay, they're just concerned and they're showing me love. Okay, of course I'm here. Just let me be normal. I just want a moment to be normal. But we don't want you to hurt, Dr. Jackie. We don't want you to hurt. So it was docs versus non-docs. There's another doctor that came in, which I guess now is going to be a friend of the show, Dr. Contessa, who is a friend of Toya's. Dr. Heavenly and her almost got into it, and I had to tell Dr. Contessa, girl, just ignore her. She's special, okay? She's a little crazy, and she needs her medication. Just ignore Dr. Heavenly. And besides, this is good vibes only. Why is it on these shows on Bravo that somebody got to be getting into it with somebody doing a birthday party? It's happy celebration. Everybody happy, happy, joy, joy. Now, Dr. Heavenly and Dr. Jackie were not very participative in this. Jackie said, I'm doing what they told me to do. I'm sitting over here chilling, swinging my legs. I was like, girl, I know, take a load off, okay? It was a timed competition, and in my mind, I was like, I hope all this food is cooked. But everything sounds so delicious. Turkey burgers with lamb mixed in and peppers and Gouda cheese and on beds of lettuce, because Toya don't like bread like that. And it was just wonderful. There was a moment when I had to give Dr. G the side eye, that's Quad's husband, because I was like, I feel like you have to confess something, Doctor, because he always saying stuff, but I don't know if he's doing it to get digs at her or what, but I was like, I feel like, you know, he had something to say, and Dr. Heavenly to me, I know where my husband is. He ain't cheating on me. And I'm just like, girl, really? Tell me, I got an app on my phone. That phone could be in the office and he could be in the janitor's closet with a nurse. Okay, you don't know what he been doing. And they got showers at the hospital. Poor Dr. Damon. I guess he probably scared. Hell, I'm scared of Dr. Heavenly. I think she could kill you. I do. I really do. I did feel like the doctor's team was kind of poor cutters. I'm like, I hope y'all are not surgeons. Because, yeah, I thought y'all would be a little bit more handy with the knife. Dr. Simone gets Donkey of the Night award, if I can appropriate that from Charlemagne the God in the Breakfast Club. Why would you go up to some other woman's husband, especially Dr. Heavenly's husband, and tell him how you love him and you so glad that him and Heavenly are together? Because she's like, he's such a nice man. He's such this, and was doing it in front of Cecil. I'm just like, how is that helping? That was very immature, Dr. Simone. That gets no likes from me at all. That was wholly unnecessary. Dr. Heavenly told her, you got to know what you got. You got to know what you got. And basically, is it worth saving? If you and Cecil aren't going to be able to make it, let it go. This cooking competition, though. Oh, at one point, Dr. Jackie and Dr. Simone go and talk. And Dr. Jackie said, I'll be more than happy to talk to you about your problems, because that way I don't have to think about mine. She said that she's known them as a couple, Cecil, and she knows that Cecil can be very nasty to Dr. Simone. So I'm going to pray for them, like I said earlier. The cooking competition, I was so mad at Bravo for giving us a cliffhanger. And then one of the girls, I guess that was following my tweets, was like, Cecil already gave it away. And I'm just like, well, I didn't see it, because I'm not, usually when I'm on Twitter, I'm tweeting the entire time. I don't really go look for other people's tweets. I have certain people that I look for. I interact with them. So, girl, I didn't know. But either way, the non-doctors won. But she did say that all the burgers were delicious. I'm going to go check and see if they posted the pictures the recipes for these burgers. Because, my God, I said I need to step up my turkey burger game. Because, baby, when I made some turkey burgers one time, I was like, who gonna eat this? I should have put this in some spaghetti. Because I do use it in spaghetti all the time. But that's all I've got for this episode. Let me know what I missed. Comment down below. Let me know what your thoughts are about this episode. Subscribe to this channel. Comment, like. Sorry if I'm repeating myself. But that's all I've got for Hot Off the Press. This was Married to Medicine, Season 5, Episode 2. Be sure to make a note, like I am making a note, that this episode actually airs on Fridays. Well, the new episodes air on Friday, and they run the reruns, I guess for now, on Sunday nights after Escape's still kicking it, which I will be reviewing shortly. So thank you guys for joining. Thank you for stopping by and watching this video. I really appreciate the views. I have been Miss Sophia the Diva. You have been all that. Be sure to make your own magic.